G'day everybody, welcome back to Baldur's Gate 3 and welcome back to the Temple of Bull, where we have finally met with Orin. We've found Lae'zel, she's laying there, and hopefully we will be able to save her. But we probably need to be a little bit careful here because, yeah, there's HP here, she's knocked out, so we might want to be a little bit careful about where we throw all of our spells. And then there's Orin, the biggest threat, obviously. She's going to be difficult to deal with because of the amount of unstoppable charges she has. So we won't be able to deal a lot of damage immediately. And then there are these guys who, they look like they're just doing like some kind of a ritual, which means perhaps maybe they won't take a turn, but perhaps maybe once they've received the boon of Baal, they could soon join. So yes, a lot of things to consider. I feel like maybe one of the best things for us to do is to chip away at Orin's charges here, the unstoppable charges, so that we can obviously deal some damage. I'm thinking, with blue specifically, we probably want to focus on dealing damage to as many of these guys as possible with the arrows of multiple targets. And yeah, with any luck, not only do we chip away at Orin's unstoppable charges, we can also, you know, get rid of a few enemies in the area as well. Some of these guys doing the rituals, they don't seem to have a lot of HP, so it could be good if we get rid of a few of them. Anyway, sorry, I'm babbling about. Let's throw Hunter's Mark on, and yeah, I'm gonna try and reduce the number of targets we have to deal with. Oh, these guys have unstoppable as well. These guys don't. And they have Sanctuary though. So if they have Sanctuary, will they get hit by the arrows of multiple targets though? So that much I'm not entirely sure. I could do something like that to get like 2 of them. This is a bigger chance. Could do that. I could even do that. Yeah, I think this is the play. Let's start with that. Oh, my bad. I've forgotten to put Hunter's Mark on. It's not really gonna matter if I put Hunter's Mark on any of these guys because they've got Unstoppable, but I'll throw it on anyway. And I mean, I could do that again. Okay. So, hang on, how did this guy die? I thought he had Unstoppable as well, unless only this guy has Unstoppable. Anyway, we've taken the Unstoppable charges off. We've got 5 more to go with Orin. I really hope she doesn't just start wailing away at Lae'zel. But, I mean, judging by the convo that we had before this started, she probably wants to focus on us. So, let's hope that's the case. Do I push blue all the way back? I feel that's fair. That way it'll be a lot harder for her to try and to get to blue. Again, don't know if she will focus on him, but if she tries to, then she might take a few opportunity attacks here. So let's end our turn. Oh my lord, okay, yeah. I think a lot of us might have fear or something, is that what's happening? Or No, but Gale is looking pretty low. Apparently no opportunity attacks here.
You point, I punch.
Alright.
May the dice roll in my favor.
Let's do superior healing. I'll also do haste. And I'll place haste on Karlak. I think we can push Gale all the way up this way. I don't have a bonus action. Alright, we'll have to reserve that for later. Let's hope that there's no opportunity attack. I'm surprised that's not coming up. Maybe Gale is being blocked by Karlak, so that's why. It also says Slayer form, so I'm not sure if after Slayer form, we would need to fight Orin in her normal form.
Let's light them up.
Just looking at our conditions here, we are bleeding.
Not kicking for goodness!
Alright. I could do healing. And that might not be a bad thing to do. Just while we've got allies in the area. And that'll use up our bonus action and channel oath. But for our action, we can do divine smite. Though, yeah, it's still got unstoppable anyway, so it's not really going to make too much of a difference. We may as well just do a normal attack. Okay. Yeah, let's see if we can just chip away at this. Alright, good. And then Karlak. Oh, is it just simply not Karlak's turn yet? Maybe.
Go for the eyes, Boo! Gone with the weave.
Yeah, okay, Karlak goes now. Let's do Frenzy. I think we take our attacks, to be honest, so remove Unstoppable, and she should have more attacks thanks to the elixir. We may as well do Lacerate here as well. And I will spend the die in the next round. But yeah, this is looking good. I'm curious to see what's going to happen with this guy. Yeah, sure. Why not? Oh, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Alright. That removed his concentration. I feel like on Gale, when we're using something like hastes, we should actually have maybe an elixir of, dare I say, peerless focus. I think that would help us maintain focus. Okay. I think with Ursa, we're just gonna have to stay here. The water elemental we could probably reposition and maybe deal with this guy. Now the concern I have is what happens after the Boon of Bale. I wonder if Roar would be decent, just to get her off of everyone else's backs. I'm just trying to see if there's anything that would prevent Orin from being goaded. Or should I take some damage? I'm gonna do the roar. Because we should be able to get quite a few of these guys in. Ursa is going to be kind of sacrificed here as a result, because she's going to have so many enemies on her. Okay, it's goaded, actually. That's good. I don't know if that breaks these guys off from doing whatever it is that they're doing, but that's decent. Let's maybe move her a little bit further in that way, just to pull enemies away. Boon of the Unstoppable. Let's just take a quick look at what that means. Suffuses you with terrible power, making you unstoppable till long rest. One batch of unstoppable. Okay. If it's just the... Oh no. Another 7. Oh, are you kidding me? That is problematic. Is there a world where I do this attack and then not get the elemental in the mix? Or anyone else for that matter. Oh, no. This one would mean that I would have to come forward. That looks decent right there. I really hope no one else gets mixed up in this, but let's do it. almost feel like it might be a decent idea to just to do another one of those. Though I can't get another target in. Might not be as beneficial. Yeah, let's try this. Oh! Oh, and it bounced on them as well. I was not expecting that. That's really good. I should have used that from the start. With using scrolls, yeah, okay, we need an actual action for that. Alright. I don't know what to do with my bonus action. I know this is a bit risky, but we may as well take an offhand just to reduce unstoppable again.
They could come take me on.
Okay. Oh yes, yes, love it. Oh no, Ursa. Holy crap.
Death is but a word away.
Did we remove Unstoppable completely? I think so.
Victory is assured.
Water Elemental is going to have to take some damage there. I think I'm okay with this. Hold monster. Would it work on... Ooh. Try it. Oh, yes. Yes, that is so good. Alright, Gale is quite low. Do I take an attack or not? Or do I heal? Gonna risk it a little bit.
To arms! Wait, no! To swords!
Okay, so... I think this is probably a decent time for us to start using some of our big, like, smite spells. Blinding Smite. Thunderous Smite. I'll start with Blinding. Holy. That was... Okay. And there she goes. Oh, Lord. Alright, do I need to smite this person? They could potentially just die. Although this might guarantee it. I shouldn't be so cheap. Nice. Oh, and the boon thing has stopped now, which means that we just need to tidy up. Assuming everyone's still just watching and not joining in on the fight, then we should be okay here.
I speak, they burn.
Let's move in a little closer.
The flaying queen, an heir of murder, take our strength.
Let's get in there. Let's do a multi-attack. Oh, Sanctuary. Bloody hell. Forgot about that. Got him. Suppose might want to move out of the way, just in case. That works. Oh, I should have done the Hunter's Mark, although I can't apply Hunter's Mark on this guy, which is a bit frustrating. Job.
Prostrate before your throne of blood. Heed our prayer. Heed your call.
In striking distance.
So, can we... Yeah, thank you very much. Good work, Gale. That seems alright to me. I won't worry about, like, bonus
Weep if you
action.
wish. Minsk will not judge.
Just needed a little bit more. Sure.
No butt is safe from you.
So, I don't think Minsk has an option for, like, AoE attacks, though, does he? Yes, this might be a little bit wasted. Hang on. If I can just get the water elemental to move, like, there. I can do... I don't know where this guy might be. Maybe right there? Yeah, okay.
Can we fight now?
Can
Who is
we...
not used to this taking of turns?
Yes, okay, get a little bit close there, and we should be able to finish him off, hopefully. Searing Smite.
Smell or sweaty embrace. Feel sweaty now.
Ah, just needed a little bit more. That's fine.
This? In position. Got it.
Nice.
A metallic tang fills the air as the Slayer's form is drained of life. Ashes to ashes, blood to blood, you have robbed another god of his chosen.
Fantastic. I feel like... Oh, okay.
So, we have the final stone. I need to see it for myself. There it is. So innocent, but such potential. You have done very well indeed.
The Netherstones pulse with psionic energy, permeating you, pulling you in line with their rhythm. The thrum quickens, rising, cresting on a single feeling. A location.
A moving pool beneath the city itself. So that's where the Chosen imprisoned the brain.
Why would they put it there?
To conceal it, one would imagine. And to maintain the illusion of their own control above ground.
Do you think we're ready to face the Elder Brain?
With the stones in hand and the Chosen dead, we stand as good a chance as we ever will. As to how good a chance that is, I cannot say. But I have hope.
Is this just like taking us straight to the objective? I'm just gonna say I'm not ready.
You are right to be cautious. A fight with the most powerful being in all the realms is not to be entered into ill-prepared. Once we cross into the Elder Brain's domain, there will be no turning back. We will end this one way or another, in death, thraldom, or freedom. Finish your business here before you proceed. The brain will be waiting for us.
Well, preferably the freedom option would be the best, but who knows what's about to happen. I was just gonna say that I feel like this fight was won quite decisively, if I may say so. As soon as I discovered that you could just simply hold monster, yeah, that pretty much went south for them. We do need to save Lae'zel, and that is my priority. Let's have a chat with her. Altar of Bull. Apparently it's locked. Lockpick.
What's past this?
We can lockpick it? Unless I might find something on the bodies and stuff that will release Lae'zel, so... Or perhaps maybe I might need to find something in there.
With haste.
Or I can just lockpick it, but... Let's just take a look around, and obviously the priority is Orin's gore pile here. Studded leather armor +2, nothing special there. Crimson Mischief. Prey upon the weak. This weapon deals an additional 1 to 4 piercing damage against targets with 50% of their hit points or fewer. Weapon enchantment +2, main hand only. Red Vein Savagery. When you make an attack with advantage, the target takes an additional 7 piercing damage. 11 to 25 damage, but that's minus 4, I believe, because of the sort of the conditional on whenever an enemy is below 50% their hit points. Is the 7 additional piercing damage when we're at an advantage, is that already calculated in the total? I don't think it is. Yeah, I'm not sure how to read this, to be honest, compared to the Undermountain King. Reduce the number you need to roll crit. This effect can stack when you roll 2 damage or less. Reroll the die. Shadow Blade. You have advantage on attack rolls against lightly or heavily obscured targets when using this blade. I'm not sure. Let me know what your thoughts are on that, guys. I might send it to Astarion initially, just because he's our daggers guy, right? Here's the altar key that we're looking for. Is there anything special about this? Formless, unsettling dread fills any normal folk that don this ring. The transpositional magic thrumming within wishes to be used by only one specific Scion of murder. And here, Mutilated Carapace. Formless Slaughter. You gain a +1 to attack and damage rolls while shapeshifting or disguised. Faceless Masquerade. You have advantage on deception checks and persuasion checks. Deception checks and persuasion checks. I guess if we're really desperate to bump things up, we could use this, but I don't know. Would probably look very, very silly wearing this, to be honest. It is clothing, though. So, armor class-wise, not worth it. Definitely wouldn't give it to Gale. Who else wears clothing? I suppose maybe the closest would be Karlach. But the +1 to attack and damage rolls, that only applies if you're shape-shifting or disguised, so probably not the best for her either. I feel like shape-shifting and disguises, well, with shape-shifting probably good for druids, but yeah, I don't think our druids are set up that way. Let's just throw these to the camp and let's move on. Oh, I didn't realize we had another thing. Here. Bloodthirst. 8 to 11 damage. Improved critical. The number you need to roll a critical hit while attacking is reduced by, by 1. This effect can stack. Get True Strike. Exploit weakness. Creatures hit with this weapon receive vulnerability to piercing damage. Bound weapon. Okay, so if you put it in the offhand, you'll get True Strike Riposte. When a creature misses you with a melee attack, you may retaliate and gain True Strike. Okay. +1 armor class, but does that only apply if the weapon is bound? Possibly. Again, I'll give it to Astarion for the time being. I don't know what all of the folks around here have to say about the entire situation, but...
It's so full of beans.
Yeah, there are daggers just sitting around everywhere. These guys keep throwing daggers at us. Alright, let's wake Lae'zel up.
My head is pounding.
Well, let's have a chat.
To think I was taken captive by that disgusting creature. An error I'm glad you swiftly rectified. To camp. I will not let my guard slip again. I swear by Mother Gith's Scion.
That's it? She seems so casual about it. Oh, alright. Well, here I was, like, worrying about whether or not she was gonna survive the entire ordeal anyway. I'm glad she did, and I'm glad we still have Lae'zel to work with. We have some special armor for her, right? Or hang on, no. Minsk has taken that armor now, so maybe we need to rethink all of that. Again, I would encourage some comments from you guys around suggestions of where the very expensive armor set goes, whether or not we should keep it on Minsk or maybe have Lae'zel rock it. But she's got a decent piece of armor herself, right? So it's not like she... I mean, she could do with an upgrade, of course. Everyone could do with upgrades. But, oh, hang on. What? All of these... They all died? Are all the people up here dead as well? I'll need to check.
What to do?
Yeah, let's have a look around.
From bonds free, no more slave. Liberators, saviors, pawns, dupes, fools, released, usefulness ended, targeted, killed, death unavoidable.
Okay, I guess the Elder Brain now wants us dead. Well, I don't know. Sounds a bit feminine, so I would say that it wants to kill us now that we're not useful anymore. But it was, you know, basically begging us to help it, right? So I talk to the bones. This is a notebook filled with handwritten poems, most of which seem to be about communing with the murdered dead through contemplation of their corpses. The verse, much of it quite accomplished, is lyrical and elegiac, profoundly insightful and even moving. The final poem is 34 lines in length, ending with the words below. Your corpus was killed, your life ephemeral. But your death was fine art, and art is eternal. Hail, immortal victim, hail, and sacrifice, live ever on. experiment on a cruer, rather. Nightle 3, father sent a butler to fawn over me. I'm not my mind-mangled bloodkin. I need no coddling. I will send it back to him, entrails and all. Nightle 4, not again. The wretched minion has returned, singing my praises over the way I slaughtered it. If it craves death, I will give it a lingering one. Its screams will silence father's concerns. Nightle 9. Again, this praise-poxing creature comes back to me. If it will not leave me be, I will make something beautiful of it. An effigy, stuffed with the flesh of every other butler in this city. Father will see I need no instruction, no inspiration, nor does any true chosen of Baal. No, we didn't see this before. Orin's mother. What the hell? A manifesto. There's something else like behind it here which I can't seem to see. Written on leathery parchment, the document has a fetid metallic odor. Manifesto, 13 Uktar 1482, I, Orin, called the Red by the Shalar, daughter of Helena, granddaughter of Saravok Anchev, do vow in the name of Baal, my lord of murder, to serve his unholy will. I shall become an incarnation of slaughter, and the pain and humiliation inflicted upon his temple by the ignorant masses of Baldur's Gate shall be repaid 1,000-fold. This do I swear and attest with my own heart's blood. There, Orin's chest key. Barely saw that.
The corpse regards you lifelessly.
What happened to you?
Orin, my daughter. I tried to kill her, but she killed me first.
Holy hell. Why did you try to kill your own daughter?
I wanted to be Val's chosen. Saravok told me she must be my offering. I was close, my hand around her throat. I failed.
Wow. Did Orin know that Saravok ordered you to kill her?
No. She worshipped him, loved him. So did I.
I wonder had we come down here through the, the other passageway, and jumped down, and we decided to speak to Orin's mother, whether or not, this information could have changed the outcome of the fight, and we could have just told her, hey, Saravok was the one who ordered your mother to try to kill you or whatever. Maybe? But then, I don't know if she would still be upset at us for killing Saravok ourselves. Probably. Who are you?
Helena Anchev, daughter of Saravok, mother of Orin.
Where are you from?
Baldur's Gate. Brandon District.
The spell's power wanes. You can ask no more questions.
Let's look around a tiny little bit more. Concerning Orin the Red. Little sister, whatever in the grey wastes whatever in the grey race are we going to do with you? Ball will never care that you waste your time posing your corpse dollies. Bale doesn't care whether you give him the corpse of a pauper or king. At the end of the day, all Father wants is death in droves, death in numbers, to sap away the life of this dull world as swiftly and widely as we can. You plan, you plot, you prevaricate, and you waste his time. Ball doesn't need us to think, he needs us to kill. You kill beautifully and have talents in your shapes as magics that I never will, but you do not understand Lord Bale. Perhaps it is a failing of your diluted blood. As a mere grandchild, I am his sole living pureblood. I will accept no challenge from you until you show some damn respect.
Orin relished tormenting this poor soul.
A plan for chaos. How weakly the city slumbers above, safe behind its walls. It forgets what lurks below. It must be reminded. If the tyrant wishes them to suckle his accursed teat, I can make them crave it. My sweet assassins set to stalk their hearts and stifle their throats. My changelings will turn the very face of hope against them. Master choking apprentice, father hacking down son. This city will butcher itself soon enough, and the lordling will be powerless to stop it. Blood envy for the unworthy. Oh, my stupid slaughterkin. How many thousands will you mutilate before you learn to make their blood spill worthy of Father's altar? You deceive your god with these mindless flayings, and our temple, no, my temple, decays because of it. It can't be so. It mustn't be so. The favorite of Bull must be one worthy of his name. One who serves him and only him. If you insist on shouldering the yoke of these other so-called chosen, then I will craft you a better one, a worm, to make you mindless as the altar meat you butcher, and I will restore this temple in Bull's true image, a glorious vision built atop your festering corpse. Okay, I think it's time for us to leave because I've quite had enough of all of this death and decay. Too bloody. And too fetid for my liking, this place is. Yeah, okay, these people are actually still alive. I wonder if they've got anything to say about the entire situation. Hi folks, did you like the show?
You killed her! You killed her! I thought it not possible. And yet,
Curious.
Such agonies I would inflict upon you for what you've done here. But Bao's law is absolute. You may leave unmauled.
Yeah, okay, so we fought fair and square. Almost. I mean, she did have the benefit of all those, like, rituals happening down there.
Her screams. So loud. Should have cut them off. Squeezed harder. Still, she is silent now.
But I wonder if the city would be better off if I just finished all of these guys off. And I could get, like, a whole bunch of loot.
That pretty skin of Orin's all melted to nothing. Unflayed, untreated. What a waste.
I prefer them unflayed, thank you very much.
To let such a weakling leave unharmed. But it is Baal's decree. I will not defy him.
Weakling, you say? I mean, I would love to see these guys try.
Begone, before I set my teeth to your flesh.
Okay, alright. Oh, there's one more. We may as well. We'll speak to, a couple more.
She is crushed. Destroyed. Obliterated. But her skull did not sit in my palm. Not by my hand. No. No.
So messy. All you needed was a drop of adder bile. That would have done for Orin.
Interesting. There's a little bit going on here, which we didn't actually explore last time we came here. Might it be worthwhile just jumping across and taking a quick look? I mean, I don't really see anything though. Probably not all that worth it. If I was being sneaky beaky about the entire situation, I could probably perch someone up here to try and do a bit of damage from afar. Alright, I don't think we really need to backtrack, right? We could simply... Oh no, we do have to get out of this area. Because it's a restricted area of sorts. I think we should be okay as soon as we get out this way. Maybe not. Not yet. Hang on. Before we even proceed, let me... You know, just in case we get into another fight. Let's get Ursa back out. Yeah, so we should be able to portal away now. That's good. Right, so... let's go to the central wall. Just because, you know, there's a few bits and pieces that we need to try and resolve, right? Let me take a look at the journal. So we just need to confront the Elder Brain. We've got quite a few allies, which is good. But then there's our personal quest. We need to try and free Orpheus. help Voss, yes. That's together with freeing Orpheus. We need to go back to Lady Yanath's home to free the artist, and then Dribbles the Clown. We did not find any other pieces of Dribbles the Clown, so I'm not sure what to think of this. Severed hand, torso, arm, foot, leg. It says here that we've found about half of his corpse, but not the entire corpse. Ringmaster Lucretius asked us to find him. I wonder if she's gonna use, or yeah, she might use him, or the corpse to reanimate him or something. Mr. Carrion Servant, yeah, Thrumbo. Alright, first things first though, long rest is in order, and we want to have a chat with Lae'zel. And we'll probably have a bit of leveling to do with Lae'zel as well. We might as well perhaps maybe use her, you know, have her in the party for a little bit. I wonder what people say about the whole Orin thing.
Another ball spawn buried by our hand. Ball should learn better than to send his offspring against us. They might as well be babes, dropped bare bottom into the Rashomon winter.
Did we exhaust the first option, I wonder? I don't think you're half as dumb as you pretend.
How dare you? Minsk pretends at nothing, half the way or otherwise. Minsk is an open book, with many pretty pictures.
Tell me about Rashomon.
Oh, my friend. There is much more to know of Minsk's homeland than he could ever put into words. Boo might fare better, but his home is far stranger again. Well, in many ways, it is the very opposite of this city. The far side of Faerun, with empty plains, white forests, and peaks that pierce the very belly of the sky. But it is like the city too. Here, it is loud with the daily wailing of people. In Rashomon, it is also loud, if you know where to listen. The Telthors, guardian spirits of every root, rock, and tree. Here in the Sleeping Lands they are silent, but in the far north, they know how to speak still.
Why do you call this the Sleeping Lands?
Because it is slow and stupid and sleeping. Who says Minsk should phrase this in a kinder fashion? Telthors are the living soul of the land. They flit about, offering petty blessings to those who show respect, or playing tricks on those who do not. This is so in Rashomon, but not beyond her borders. Here the spirits sleep, and perhaps we ought to be glad of this. In Rashomon, a Telthor is wind and snow and soil. In Baldur's Gate, it would be stink and stain and a far less pleasant type of soil. If my meaning is not clear, just check under your boot.
Rashomon sounds like an interesting place. Why did you leave?
The first time, my Dajema, a warrior's quest of proving. Minsk quickly proved that quests do not always go as the stories say. After wandering a ways and some savings of the Sword Coast, Minsk returned to Rashomon to find a welcome fit for hamsters and heroes. The Iron Lord himself came to bear witness to Boo. Minsk of Rashomon, said he, your Dajema is done. Minsk politely disagreed, Dinah here was dead, and so his Dajema could never be done. "Then swear your service to me, Minsk of Rashiman," said he. "Serve your land as your lord's chosen champion." Minsk politely disagreed. It was a little awkward, but he had already sworn his service to Boo. "Minsk of Rashiman," said he, "you insult your Iron Lord. We will settle this matter in the circle of combat." It was only polite for Minsk to agree. After they carried the Iron Lord away, the Council of Witches gave Minsk a pack of provisions and said it would be best if he continued his adventures for a time. Yes, Boo, that was before we were stone. Perhaps we are due a little homecoming when all of this is done, no?
Right. Yeah, stirred up a little bit of trouble there. Okay, enough of that. Let's check in with everyone else.
I would be lying if I told you I was certain we would walk out of that temple alive. We faced Baal there once before, and I was not ready to count on luck a second time. But luck had no part in it. Just you. That is both chosen beaten, and their stones wrested from their grasp. But where they fall, the Elder Brain rises. It is already worming its way free. We must find it before it slips its collar, whether we are ready or not.
That's Orin dealt with. Good riddance. Now that we have her Netherstone, we're one big step closer to finishing this, once and for all.
The blight that was Orin has been purged from the world. And we have another Netherstone also. A significant step towards stopping this evil, once and for all.
Baal's chosen has been bled. May her torment be tenfold of that which she inflicted.
Okay. I mean, I'm most interested in what Lae'zel has to say. I wonder if I should check in with Yenna, or if she still just mentions the stuff that she brought with her. Because I think someone was saying that...
I brought my own pairing knife.
Yeah, okay. If we had decent relationships with absolutely everyone, Yenna would have been the one who got taken by Orin, possibly?
Whatever happens next, be sure that I will document it all as accurately as possible.
I'll check in with Lae'zel last, I reckon.
Good riddance to the shape changer. Couldn't have happened to a worse wretch.
Orin was a monster, whatever her form. I suppose growing up somewhere like this would make a monster of anyone.
Hey, Baldur's Gate is not that bad.
Hells take that Baal freak. She would have bled the whole world just for the fun of it. We've got her Netherstone now. One step closer to getting the Netherbrain under control.
Alright. Lae'zel.
It is not in a Githyanki's nature to say thank you. Our language doesn't even have a phrase for it. Kraith Khan Jan is the closest equivalent I know. May your enemies know agony. But after releasing me from Orin's grip, there is only one proper response. Thank you. Sincerely.
Thanks barely covers it. You're welcome.
Well, good then. Let's carry on.
Alright. Not too much stuff happened with Lae'zel, unfortunately. I feel like they could have fleshed out the whole thing a little bit more, but I suppose it's a bit tricky, right? Because one player, such as me, might take their time trying to free Lae'zel and make sure that she's going to be okay, all that sort of stuff. but then another player might just immediately go and get her. I don't know if there are repercussions for that, because, you know, Orin wanted Gortash dead first. So, yeah, anyway. I reckon this is where we're going to take a break, guys. When we come back, I'll do that long rest. I'll get Lae'zel to join the team, and we'll do all of the leveling. And obviously, we do need to also just take a look at equipment for both her and Minsk to see if we need to swap things around, but I might not spend too long on that because I like where Minsk is currently. So it really depends on a lot of the advice that you might give me, and I might make some changes in a few more episodes after that. Anyway, hope you enjoyed this one, guys. Drop me a like down below, stay true, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.